I'm going to make a kale coleslaw. The main ingredient of it is kale. This is a way of using raw kale so that it gets all of the nutrition to you and none of it's lost in heating. It has a very big stalk in the center of it, and we're going to remove that because that part of it is going to be difficult to tenderize. It's easy to remove it by just slicing at the base of it and using your fingers then to just pull the stem out. I'm going to do that 4 times so that I can stack these leaves and I can roll them up and thinly slice them all at the same time. We fold this in half. And I'm going to tightly roll it from the short end into a little Tootsie Roll cigar shape. Such an interesting thing to do with a pile of leaves. And then taking my chef's knife, I'm simply going to start slivering it. Very thin. I can cross-cut it once or twice. This all helps to break down the cell wall. And as you can see, it makes it moist. It turns darker green. To this, I want to add lots of color. So I've chosen a red cabbage. This is a neat little porcelain slicer that I love to use. And it will go right over the edge of the plate. And I simply draw it back and forth across the blade. And that same tool is great to use with a red onion to make very, very thin slices of onion. And that way the flavor of the onion is dispersed throughout the salad. And this again is just for color. I also have some finely diced, very finely diced jalapeno pepper. And the thing to remember about preparing the jalapeno pepper is to always remove the seed and the white seams and stems inside. That's the very hot area. And the last thing I'd like to add to this is just some chopped tomato. So I'm going to repeat what we've got here. We have the kale, and we have all the ingredients and all the colors I've added on top. There's a dressing that has all 5 of the flavor profiles in it, which gives it a really wonderful, complex flavor. I'm going to show you how to put that together right now. We'll just take a bowl, and we'll begin with a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of flaxseed oil. I always like to use the flaxseed oil because of all those omega-3s that are so good to get in that. And then I'm putting in here a tablespoon of miso, which is a soy paste. This gives it the salty flavor, which is one of the 5 flavor profiles. Then I'm going to add some sweet. I have some agave syrup, which is made from a cactus. It is low glycemic, so it's much kinder to the body than sugar would be. And I have some onion salt. What we know about the flavors when you use onion salt and garlic salt is that they're more mild than if you're actually using garlic or onion. In this case, I am going to use fresh garlic. So I'm going to add the garlic directly to the sauce. And that's a spicy flavor. And I'm going to add a small amount of mustard powder, which again is spicy, and a little sour. We've got some lemon juice that's freshly squeezed. And so with all these flavors, we've got the sour, we've got the salty, the spicy, the sweet, and the bitter. And I just whisk it up very quickly. It's going to make a thick sauce. And that is what gets tossed onto the salad. I'm going to throw a few capers in first, and if you don't care for capers, that's a fine thing to leave off. It's optional, but it does have some good flavor to it. All right. This just gets all mixed together. Lots of color. It's ready to serve. It will last for up to 24 hours. If you don't put the sauce on it, you can keep it a little bit longer. And that's the recipe for kale coleslaw. Enjoy.